Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your Dark Mask Diva. So, I want to talk about the concept of, can you be in love with someone who embarrasses you? Alright, so my school of thought, I'm asserting that no, you cannot. Now, this came from another video I watched that I'm not going to show because I don't want to make fun of this person. So if you know what video I'm talking about, don't link it in the description. Don't put it down there because I don't want to, in the comments or anything like that, I don't want to single this person out and make fun of them. I just want to talk about a video I saw, okay? So if you know what I'm talking about, just don't cross-reference it. I'm going to delete that if I see it in my comments, okay? There's a reason I'm not showing it because I don't want to make fun of this person, okay? So this lady was asserting that she and this guy were in love with each other for over 10-15 years, but he was ashamed of her. He was in love with her, but he was ashamed of her. Now, my comment was, he was not in love with you. He was using you. Okay? And that sounds harsh. Okay? But if anybody is in a relationship with you and they're not trying to show you to anybody, they're trying to, keep you buried and not show you to people and keep you some kind of secret and keep you as a friends with benefits and keep you away from the public eye and stuff like that, they don't love you. If they loved you, they would be proud of you. Okay, so there's something about you that is embarrassing. Okay, so to support this, because I know what you're going to say is not necessarily. Okay, so to support this, this lady would walk up and this guy would be playing ball with his friends and they'd say, "Here comes your baby mama," and he'd say, no, she's not, and stuff like that. And well, she wasn't literally his baby mama, but he would deny even hanging out with her, and they were having intimate relations. Okay, so he would even deny really being friends with her. Okay, well, she would overhear that. She would overhear that he was denying even really hanging out with her at all, or giving her the time of day. All right, so she must have had low self-esteem because she continued to stay in this relationship, this situationship with this dude, right? So she could have used some self-love. Okay, here's the situation. She was not a very physically attractive lady. Okay, she did not fit societal standards of beauty. All right, at least in this guy's eyes. Maybe she did to somebody else, but she did not to him. So he was really ashamed of being with her. Okay, so he was shallow. All right, so he would deny that he was even spending time with her if anyone said anything, because she would come up to him and he would just kind of brush her off and treat her like garbage every time she approached him. She continued to invest her energy, invest her time, invest herself physically, invest herself as a friend, and basically have a relationship with him because she thought they were in love with each other. Okay, and here's what I have to say about that. If somebody doesn't respect you, If somebody is embarrassed by you to where they won't even admit that they even know you, or that they even spend time with you, or that they hang around with you, or whatever like that. If someone, says, "Oh, here comes your sweetheart," you're like, "No," or whatever, they're ashamed of you. Okay, if somebody feels ashamed of you, they don't care about you. They're incapable of falling in love with you if they're ashamed of you. Okay, the heart doesn't work that way. Now, we can love people in a different way and be ashamed of them. Like one of our friends who is making poor choices, or a family member who we have mixed feelings towards because we love them because they're family, but they could have done us dirty a bunch of times. And maybe they're burning their bridges with us. We still love them because they're family, but we're just like, you got to stay away from me. Okay, we can still love them, but not want to have anything to do with them. Okay, this is different. You can't develop romantic feelings towards somebody that you are ashamed of, and you just won't claim if anyone ever brings them up. Or anybody that you ever denied dating, hooking up with, ever lying to them about your feelings for them, anything like that. You can't ever develop feelings for somebody like that, because at the end of the day, you really don't respect them. Okay, so what was going on with this lady was this guy was using her. So if you're ever in a situation like that, the person is using you. They can't have the capability of falling in love. Okay, here's some other things that go on. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they're always trying to make you the butt of the joke, okay, they lack fundamental respect for you. Okay, if they're trying to make you the butt of the joke, if they're trying to embarrass you in front of other people, okay, they don't respect you. They can't be in love with you if they're trying to make you the topic of the joke. If they're trying to humiliate you in front of people, that is a form of abuse. All right, they're humiliating you. Don't ever put up with that. Okay, if you are in a healthy, loving relationship, that person should be trying to make you feel calm and comfortable, and trying to help you help ease your path through life, help make your life easier. If you are in a relationship and your partner is not making your life easier, you're with the wrong person. That person should be bringing joy to your life. That person, you guys should be helping each other do things. That person should be just making your life easier. Okay, so something comes to mind. This couple was out to dinner with this other couple, and there was this husband, and the husband was fit and the wife was morbidly obese. He made some excuse about not wanting to sit in a booth in the restaurant and how he wanted to sit at this table. And he was making himself the butt of the joke about how he wanted to sit at this table. He was trying to save his wife the humiliation because she was too large to sit in a booth. And the other couple was kind of challenging it, like, why are you making a big deal about sitting at the table? So finally the wife just put her hand up and she said, my dear husband is trying to save me the humiliation. I'm too big to sit at the booth. So they said, oh, we're so sorry. We need to sit at a table. And they told the hostess, we need to sit at a table. And, and that's an example of the husband trying to make things easier for the wife so she didn't have to be embarrassed about her size. Okay, so he was trying to make himself look kind of silly, and like it was his fault that they needed to sit at the table and that kind of thing, but he was really just trying to make her not be embarrassed because the other couple was thin, and it doesn't cross their mind that the other lady could not fit at a booth. Those kind of things don't cross your mind if you are too big to fit in a chair, too big to fit in a booth. If you're thin, you never think about that. You never think about being a plus size person and not being able to fit in a chair or anything like that. I've seen fat people try to sit in chairs and they can't fit in chairs. That's just something thin people can't even wrap their minds around. That's one of the things. That's why I encourage people to be fit, to lose a lot of weight. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm a lot more comfortable that way. Okay. I'm not super thin now. This isn't the thinnest I've ever been, but this certainly isn't the fattest I've ever been either. You know, and I'm more comfortable being thinner. So, that's the wife trying to save that's the husband trying to save the wife the humiliation. So you should have a partner that does that for you. So my message tonight was, you don't want somebody who embarrasses you. You can't sustain a long relationship with someone who's embarrassing you. You can't, if you are in a long-term relationship with somebody who you feel is embarrassing, you can't go out in public with them without them just not looking right, not acting right, just acting a fool and looking crazy, and they don't have proper manners. Maybe there's just something embarrassing about them where they don't speak proper English, or they just act stupid, or there's just something about them. This is why I say in all my contents that when you're dating somebody, you need to make sure you're not doing any Netflix and chill. You need to date them outside the house. Okay, you need to do a whole bunch of public dating before you even have an inside private type of date, because they are going to show their true personality when they're out in public. And that's when you're going to see how they really act, because you want to make sure you're with somebody you can take into public. All right, because they're going to show their true nature when they're out around other people. And you're going to see, can I deal with this person long term? Will they embarrass me? Because you're going to see their real personality. You're not going to see it if you're Netflix and chilling, because they're not going to be reacting with the general public. I've done that where I've chilled with people, and then the first time I'm in public with them, they start doing all this embarrassing stuff, and I was like, whoa. Here I have spent all this time with this person, and I had no idea they had that embarrassing side to their personality up their sleeve. And I feel like I'm in too deep now, and I'm going to have to stop seeing them now, because I can't deal with, I can't care about this person and deal with that level of humiliation with them acting like that. I just, I can't do it, and I would have to stop dating them, and make up some excuse, just, I don't like the way you talk to people. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the way you do this. I don't like the way you do that, because it was something that fundamentally made them them. And I don't want to change people. I want to be with people who are just being themselves. I don't get with people to change them. So it's like they needed to just be with somebody who was on their level. So, so you need to date people outside the house, so you see how they really are. And if you're embarrassing somebody, they're not going to fall in love with you. So that's all I had to say. And I hope this wasn't too verbose. I hope everybody got the point, and I hope this was enjoyable to watch. I feel like I was kind of stumbling over my words tonight, but I hope everybody has a beautiful evening, and I'll see you in the next content. Bye-bye.